Just heard the bell ring, classes in session. Just heard the bell ring, classes in session. Just heard the bell ring, classes in session. I'm a B-Dot about to teach you all a lesson. Ain't no telling what we gon' do. So eyes front, pay attention. This is Homeroom.
Welcome, classmates. Welcome to the Homeroom Podcast. President is Nam.
Your boy Bryce.
And I'm Marquise.
We got a special guest today. Sir.
Mufasa checking in.
Yes, sir. So we appreciate you coming. This is our February edition of the podcast. So, we got to talk about love, Black history, and we got a lot of fun to do. This was one of my favorite episodes we did last year. So
Yes.
And we got an expert talking to us about crypto, NFTs, all that.
Get everybody right.
Get everybody right.
I can't wait. We're gonna make some money.
Well, we're gonna start off first off with art class, and we're gonna get some crafts going. So let's get it ready.
Let's get it going.
So in this first subject, we got art.
Yep.
These were done by the Bryce Dawson Foundation last year. It's now the Nanny Foundation.
And as you can see, they're not the best. So
hey, they're great. They're
donations,
Greatly appreciated.
These are some high class popsicle sticks. I ain't never had none this big.
Really?
Yeah.
You serious? Hey, Walmart $2.97.
Okay, period.
I got it was like 100. It was like 100 pack. You said what?
That's like my high class popsicle. Reminds me of remember when Ray J had them glasses? He's like, you can't break them.
Speedy, they're unbreakable. They cannot break. It's impossible. I don't care.
I don't care.
They broke. You look at my.
I don't care.
Well, with that, man, hey, the teacher needs to get us back on topic, okay? So
Who's the teacher?
I don't know. But so for our class, we in the time of like red flags, green flags. So what we did, we got 2 red flags for relationships or just everything in 2022, and 1 green flag. So who wants to start us off?
Okay, I'll go first. I'll be the victim.
You look hurt. Like you just,
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was very, very triggered trying to come up with these red flags because there's so many of them. But I try to see the good and the bad and everything. So, and this isn't all personal experience. But okay, so one of my red flags is when a guy only communicates with you at night. That's a big red flag because what are you doing during the day?
What if he's working?
First of all, let me tell you something, okay? And that's a trigger something for me because one, we're all busy. We have things to do, okay?
Yeah.
We have jobs, we have extracurriculars, we doing podcasts, we hosting, we speaking, we doing all types of stuff. You can find 30 seconds in your day to send a voice memo. Hi, how you doing? We got to come up with a special emoji that just means, hey, I'm thinking about you. There are ways we can come together to figure out how we can communicate and then not wait at night talking about... Yeah. Yes. You gotta scroll to the end. It could be a random flag, whatever the case may be, but you're not gonna wait. Cause me, I like to sleep. To sleep. So what we're not gonna do is wait till 9:30, 10 o'clock, and then you be like, "Hey, what's up?" No, I'm showered, face mask on, bonnet on. I'm going to bed.
9:30?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
How old are you, boy?
I was.
Kids you got?
First of all, I would never go to bed at 9:30 if I had kids.
Yeah.
I would not. I'm trying to enjoy it now. No, kids be trying to be up.
They're going to bed at 8:30 at the very latest. Go to sleep.
Kids be trying to be up. And then you still can't go to sleep because now you got to clean up after them. You got to get the house in order. You got to prep stuff for school the next day. You don't want to bed at 9:30.
What if he's doing it too?
I mean, that's fine, but I'm saying you need to communicate. I'm saying, and not just like text me. If you are working all day and it's just something where you can't pull away at any point in time of the day. However, I know for a fact you probably checked your bank account, you checked your cryptocurrency, you text your barber, you found a pair of shoes to pick up. You done did something on your phone where at some point in time you could have sent just one message, just one. Yeah. I'm not asking you to hold a conversation with me all day. But I'm saying, don't wait till at nighttime, especially, I'm talking more specifically on the hookup side of things. That's where I'm speaking on.
I was going to say, I need to defend the males real quick.
Okay.
Sometimes, I got this problem. I get text messages and I leave my message open, so I never noticed that the message came through. So I'll miss text messages a lot because the message thread was already open and I didn't even see you respond. So now I'm going back to it like, oh.
So,
And it's 3-4 hours later. Like,
Exactly.
do I even
You
say
like-
something now? Like,
Hey.
is it my
Yes,
my
you
bad.
have to say something.
You gotta go
Because
look
for
at
me,
it.
I know, okay, maybe this is a me thing. This is a me thing because I do the same thing. However, if you're a person that, like, I'm kind of seriously talking to, that means you mean something to me in some way, shape, or form. So that means, oh, if I realize, dang, I ain't spoke to such and such in a little while, let me go back and make sure I didn't, miss something, or I didn't miss a phone call, I didn't miss a text message. So at least you can say I did my part. I put in my part of the effort, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it's the effort. It's the effort.
it's
for
only
me.
the first one.
That's what I'm just saying. What's the next flag?
We go.
I get that. So let me give out a cheat code if y'all don't mind.
Oh, go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead.
Quick cheat code for everybody listening, right? If you miss a text message, this is what you gotta do. You gotta go like the message real fast, but have your message reply already ready. So you send it two at once, technically, but they not gonna know that. So you be like, I like the message. What you talking about? Now you just got the new notification. Don't be using that too much now. Just put y'all on game. That's how I get away with a lot of business. I go like it and have the message already typed, send it. You ain't respond to my like.
Respond to the like? You want me to respond to the like?
You know what?
What's your next flag?
We gotta go next
Okay. What is my other red flag? My other red flag is when you don't show genuine interest in what I have going on. Like, or not even genuine interest, but you don't really show any care or involvement to understand my life in any way, shape, or form. Understand what I have going on.
I agree with you.
Why you here? I feel that. Yeah, for sure. But that was a quicker one than the first one.
Yeah.
That
I
one,
a little more.
But that one hit.
that one hit.
That one hit. But that one hit.
Mary J. Blige.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say like, even like, let's say, we're doing this podcast, right? And it's not even gotta be a relationship, right? Just people you know, and someone will still tell you like, I didn't even know you had a podcast. How you not know I got a podcast?
You do your research.
Right. And then like sometimes I look at myself like, am I marketing it well? If I'm doing this, but like, I feel like you should know by now. So it's just things like if you're not,
you're not paying attention.
Right.
That's like people say, you DJ?
What? Yeah, come on now. Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
people don't pay attention. I give you that.
Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
What's your guy?
Oh, me? My first one. I can't think of my first one. But I'm gonna do one of them that I know right now. So one of my red flags comes from, shout out to all my Nigerians. But growing up in America and you're from Nigeria, your immediate family is all in Nigeria for the most part. So you try to build a family here. Actually, let me first say that my red flag is about the word cousins. That's the red flag, cousins. So you try to make a family. So like you meet all these different Nigerians. You ask mom, like, who are these people? That's your cousin. That's your uncle. Uncle Dang. Uncle. Yeah. So you think all these people are really your cousin, but then you get to the age now where you're like 25 or like age, and your mom comes to you like, what have you ever done about talking to like who's that, my cousin? Something like that. And it's like, mom, like, that's my cousin, isn't it? She's like, no, y'all not really cousins. I'm like, mom, at this point, right? You tell me,
You ruined it.
Yeah, you ruined it. So
you got family that ain't blood and blood that ain't family. So like when that's your relationship already in your head,
Yeah.
it don't matter what the truth is.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
It don't even matter.
And you don't present to the world as that too. So you need to think about
I can't believe you forgot it.
You remember what it was?
Oh, absolutely.
Dang,
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So then my other one was communication.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely communication.
Oh yeah.
So I think especially I remember I used to be the red flag of communication. I used to be the one.
It's okay. That's growth.
That's growth. Okay, can we clap to that? Okay, because I used to be the one that I'm gonna just take that 2 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like late. But now you didn't understand like communication is important, especially like not even just texting every day, but just when something happens, even just not even relationship, like work, or if you have a partner, you're doing things together, you even interpret, like for me to interpret even situation.
Everything's open to interpretation.
Open to interpretation.
Yeah, there you go. That was a big
It
one.
makes it harder. Yes, I make scenarios up, and then I'm ready to slash tires.
I've been trying to set my mind down. Think about your we're gonna
Like
be
this
vulnerable. Let's be vulnerable. Let's be real.
Yes.
Like, if someone's not communicating with you, you don't start thinking like, dang, what are they doing? Or what are they doing this? What are they doing that? You ain't never done that?
What are you talking about? I'm the queen of it.
Okay.
Oh,
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I am the queen of making up a scenario. Okay, you could be dead.
There we go.
I get the riff. I'm just
making up too much.
I don't act on it. But I just like, oh my, because then my biggest fear is always that the weirdest things can happen. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is I don't want to assume just like, okay, he's gonna get back to me at some point in time. Whole time you hanging off a cliff somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like the worst of the worst could have happened, and then it looked like I didn't care.
Maybe that's why he was intentional. He was hanging off a cliff.
Yeah, the pull yourself up.
Every time, every night you hanging off a cliff.
We-
Then we need to have some other conversations. Maybe you need a driver.
Extreme fitness.
I knew he was gonna sing that song.
I'm done.
You was gonna sing it.
Fitness.
Can we get to the next red flag?
All right, so true. I didn't want to repeat, so yes, mine was inconsistent. One of them would have been inconsistent communication. Huge red flag. We can talk about that, and I feel you. I'm gonna bring back a favorite from last year around this time. Bad breath.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
On the bad breath.
And I don't mean like I'm sure we've all get caught slipping, every once in a while. Maybe you was waking up. I don't know for whatever reason you had bad breath.
Dehydrated.
Drink more water.
Drink your
Right.
water.
It literally will save you. But habitual bad breath, you're not taking care of yourself. Something's wrong.
Hygiene is off.
Yeah.
Hygiene. If your breath stinks, whatever stinks. What is your house look like? What is your
my
car
gosh.
look like?
Man.
I was even trying to go. I just feel like you should care about how you smell. You should just care about your
And
hygiene.
you can taste that. So like
That's what I
like.
But
taste
can you
bad
though
breath.
if it's
Yes.
habitual?
Yeah.
If it's habitual, because you know how
You
people
get
be like,
used
you
to
get
it.
used to your
You
own
get used to the
smell.
smell.
Yeah, like can you taste
And like
it?
we still got masks. You know what I'm saying? And especially
I
while I
know
work.
you smelling that while you got that.
Yeah,
mask.
that mask is, yeah.
It'd be in the morning. I'd be getting a report on my patients or whatever, and I'm like, why am I smelling you?
Yo.
Do the mask.
Do the mask.
What am I doing? What are we doing here? Go home.
Go home.
Keep a travel toothbrush.
Yes.
Please, travel toothbrush, mouthwash. Y'all gotta floss. Some of y'all brushing your teeth, y'all not flossing.
Some of y'all brushing y'all teeth wrong.
Well,
too.
even
Oh,
mouthwash,
yes.
Some of
Yes.
y'all- Yeah, it ain't
Oh
a
my
30-second
God.
It
brush.
ain't. You need to be after a minute to 2 minutes. Get to know your
Play
teeth.
it.
Yes.
Play a song, right? Right.
And get your
Exactly.
tongue and
Yeah,
get in the back.
And then
The
you know they got
back
the
of
toothbrush
the
that got the stuff on the
on the
back.
back, yes,
For
on
the
the
tongue.
tongue,
It's
yes.
all crazy.
Yes.
Bleed.
Yes. Okay.
You can't really bleed.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Okay, no, because that's a different condition. That's a different dental condition if you bleed.
Yeah.
You right.
You didn't get
You know,
the
yeah.
Now I'm gonna get y'all right in a couple years. He get y'all right.
Yeah.
Boy,
Man, next.
Dennis and Nene.
Who's that? Who's next?
Yes.
That's what's only one. What's your second one?
Oh, okay. Only two. Okay.
No ambition.
Oh,
Ooh. Hold on. Ambition. Shout out to Wale.
Lord.
Shout out to Wale.
Yeah, okay.
No ambition.
Went to the concert yesterday.
Um,
Cincinnati. Man.
Keep it up.
but no ambition. Cause
No
like
ambition. That's a pet peeve.
I
at this
can't.
point.
I should have said I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Like no.
Major.
If I'm asking you, and I'm not saying you gotta have your life mapped out. I don't. I think that's kind of weird if you do, to be honest.
But just even being inquisitive about what your
But-
life could be.
But if I ask you, hey, what do you want to do? You're like, no, goodbye.
Oh, wow.
I want you to figure it out. Just figure it
Yeah.
out without me.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't
I
know.
hear you.
Just have a goal. Just have something in mind, because that's kind of like, I'm a purpose-driven person. I want to know, okay, like, even if it's just like I'm waking up, I don't know how I'm gonna impact the world today, but I'm gonna impact the world.
Yeah.
And this next year, this is what I'm gonna do. These next 5 years, 10 years, this is what I want to do. Even if it's not gonna happen because we can't predict the future, I want to know, okay, hey, this is what I'm working towards. And so if you don't have that, we're gonna naturally grow separately.
Yeah.
Okay. Like that.
So yeah.
My red flag, being too nice.
Ooh.
Being too nice.
I got time.
Ooh,
So,
explain
Do
this
tell.
one.
Do
'cause-
tell.
So I seen this video on Instagram. It was hilarious. Because the dude was like, what are you supposed, it was one of those scenarios, what are you supposed to do if a dude speaks to you? And he was like, what if some dude on the street just says hi, what are you supposed to do? And she was like, I'm going to say hi back. And he was like, red flag. Red flag. And I was like, yeah, I don't want no super nice girlfriend. Like, you don't be needing to speak to all these dudes and saying hi and all of this. I know what they want. You should know what they want. Leave me alone.
So when the stranger says hi to you, what do you do? What do you do? Do you say hi back?
Yeah, I speak.
Okay, so it's a double standard.
Oh, it's not a double standard.
Is it a double
Okay,
standard?
but are you saying like decipher? Because it's a general, you know, like,
Decipher,
yeah,
exactly.
you
Be
need to
smart, be
decipher,
smart.
yeah. Because it's a
If you're
difference
not
between
smart,
that somebody's
then you
just walking past you on the street, y'all make a weird eye contact, you be like, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Something like that, then I do be
But
like,
when the
hey.
dude, well, exactly when the dude walks up to you,
Yeah.
hey, how you doing? What
Yeah.
you got going on tonight? You
Right.
posted.
Are you trying to die today? Like,
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
If I'm like, she can't say hello.
yeah,
But it's all
like,
like the approach and like kind of like.
I'll be like, shit, I'm about to
the
be
vibe.
single forever then.
Yeah.
and shit.
Turn shoulders all the way to come.
Exactly
And
right.
then you keep doing that.
So she can do a little, hey, what's up, and
Yeah.
show that she's not interested.
That's
Yeah.
that
I'm with
nigga
you.
up.
I'm with you.
Don't
Yeah,
give him
yeah,
a hug. Give him some
Said
dap.
dap him.
Give him
Okay,
some dap. What you hugging him for?
I feel that. Okay.
Okay.
I would say my second, and this is just a 2020 red flag. This ain't relationships at all. Asking for money without asking how you been, how you doing, what's going on.
Man, okay, I feel it, but don't ask me don't talk to me for an hour.
And then ask
Just
you
doing that, yeah. Don't do that because it's like,
Yeah.
you can tell it's
You can
this
tell
is
from the
genuine.
conversation I
Yeah.
get when it's like,
Yeah.
okay,
But
what
if,
do you want?
but if you do,
I'm bad
real
at
quick,
that.
say like, hey, bro, like, what's going on? Hey, can you help me out? That's cool. But
Yeah.
don't carry
Just
this
text me.
conversation for 20
Just
minutes.
text me.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? Oh,
As
how
a
about you? I'm
family.
okay. Can you help me with this?
Yeah,
Right.
bam. Yeah.
Don't just come off the blue. You ain't not a good morning.
Ooh,
How
that's
you
ooh.
been, nothing.
Don't not say
You
good
got
morning.
50 bucks
Give
in
me
the
a
wallet.
greeting.
What? Not for, I got $50.
You
Not for
can
you.
go. You can go sell Ethereum, USD, or another trade.
Yeah.
That's my reply. At this
Where
point.
you do plasma at? That's
Or you can go donate some plasma.
I'm saying,
All
I
right,
know that.
today.
but-
Buy your life?
Boy, good
Yeah,
kindness.
we
Yeah,
took
I got
out
black list different there.
Ooh.
You got blacklist?
Ball life.
What happened? What you do?
That's another story for another time. We gotta get through
Right,
real fast.
green.
Real fast. Real fast.
Yeah,
Rapid
yeah, rapid fire. So my green flag is, we talked about love language, I think last time, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're making sure that you are cognizant and you're loving your partner by their love language.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be, if yours is like physical touch, you shouldn't be. Mine is like word affirmation. Don't be touching me wherever you send me letters. So
Yeah.
that's a green flag.
Yeah. A green flag for me is like providing a balance. Providing some sort of balance. So if you can tell that, like for me personally, I'm always on the go, I'm always on the move, I'm always doing this, and that. So like actively telling me like, hey, slow down, like, or did you do this? Or like, investing in me in some way, shape, or form. Or if like you're talking to a person that's not good with money or something like that, like helping them with something, you know what I'm saying?
Like you regulate really.
Yes.
Okay. Green flag for me is being open-minded and bringing ideas to the table. How we gonna touch this meal together?
Yes.
How you gonna bring your meal to the table while I bring mine to the table? So we have
Okay, you're one, mine two.
Okay. 1, 2.
Me, willingness to serve. Whether it be volunteer work, just, you see someone in need, you're just willing to help, even if it inconveniences you. Not too much, but just being willing to serve.
That's a good one. I like these.
Well, that's good. So we got our art class taken care of.
Again,
Thank you.
we're still taking donations, Bryce Dodson.
Yes, the Bryce Dodson Community Foundation.
Yeah, I guess it's gonna be the G Foundation next year.
Yeah, well, I was gonna let you know that. I was
True.
gonna say.
I gotta start putting money aside now.
Right.
True.
So, we finna get it moving to the next subject, which is religion.
All right, y'all. So before we start the subject, I want to start off with a verse from Romans 5:8, the contemporary English version. But God showed how much He loved us by having Christ die for us, even though we were sinful. I think the ending of that was huge, even though we were sinful. In February, and this in life, the biggest thing is, everyone wants to love. The greatest thing you can do in life is love. Love people, love, creation, all the things. Be a steward. But sometimes we're always chasing it in this world, and it's like everybody wants to find love one day, but sometimes we may find out we don't feel love, we don't think that anyone is loving us. But the greatest love is like right there with you at all times, even when you neglect it, when you turn away from it, and that's God's unconditional love. So I just wanted to touch base on that, talk about how God is really just the main love we should focus on, even in this February with all the chocolates and roses out there. It's just, the biggest love is out there with Jesus.
Yeah. I think that's perfect because, like you said, a lot of people can get lost in earthly love. You know what I'm saying? But having the love of God and understanding what that means is powerful because it can bring you through so many things. And I think, especially for me, like last year, I think was a transition point for me in terms of relationships and looking for love and things of that nature. And I really had to assess that, like, in and of itself, it's not that hard to find a person to be with in and of itself. You know what I mean? On a surface level. But once you start doing that, you get to a point where you realize how unsatisfied you are, and you have to look at what is really the problem. And at the end of the day, the people that you surround yourself with are reflections of how you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're just getting with people because they're giving you an instant feeling of love right now, you intrinsically don't feel that you deserve a long-standing love. And then because you're trying to maintain this instant gratification of love, you're now lowering yourself to do whatever it takes to keep this around. You know what I'm saying? So last year was really important for me to learn how to love myself first. Because you have to be okay with you no matter what. Even if you are in a relationship, a marriage, you're still going to continue to grow and evolve in your relationship. So you have to be okay with you and your decisions, because it might get to a point where you outgrow one another and you have to make that decision. Do I love myself enough to leave and do me if this person can't understand this or join me or whatever the case may be? Or am I going to lose that, just to satisfy this person or maintain this image or whatever the case may be? But loving yourself first comes from the love of God and knowing that no matter what, he has that protection over you. He has that love for you, and he's the one to get you to wherever you need to go no matter what.
Yeah, for sure. I like the verse that you mentioned. First of all, that's real. Yeah, just knowing that the ability to love at all comes from God, just because he's all loving and he watches over us. But kind of going back to what you said about that verse, I think it's always powerful because it's like we really don't understand what unconditional love is. Like, I really don't think we do.
We don't know.
Like, as the closest we probably can get is literally like a parent loving a child. But I mean, like, it have to be something crazy, but there's probably something a child can do that will finally make a parent say, okay, like, I can't do it anymore. Whereas God is like saying, okay, you're sinning against me, and I know you're sinning against me. I'm going to still love you. I'm going to still be there for you. I'm going to still get you back. Yeah. To the point, there are very few people on this earth that I could, like, know right now, I would die for that person. I feel like in a situation, I would allow myself to die just because, like, my beliefs, I know I'm going. But, like, to say, I will lay my life down for people that I've never met ever, or people that better yet, I know them so well that I know they're never going to follow me or recognize what I did for them and still do it. And still do it. It's different, bro. To forgive someone while they're killing you.
I want to say, when they don't rock with you.
That's different.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Yeah. Why were we still sinning? That's crazy.
Yeah. You got something to say? Or
sinning is it's part. I was going to actually, why we still sinners. Sinners is a part of learning too.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh definitely.
But then just speaking on the unconditional love thing, like, I think that was a great example, like, a parent and their kid. Like, that's probably the closest thing to unconditional love. Like, people say, I love my wife, I love my girlfriend, you feel me? But like you said, you about to die for them? You ready to
really
drop your life for
you
theirs?
really,
you know you gonna be asleep for the rest of your time while they still walking the earth doing whatever.
Doing whatever.
Ready for that?
Yeah.
And that make you look at it a little different, because people do chase love in this generation and in this world a lot because of what they see.
Yeah.
Everybody's pretending to be in love. Everybody acts like they're in love, but who really love themselves? I know 2021 was a year, like you said, for me to kind of just find myself and, like, really fall in love with myself and get my hustle up, get my grind up, and just make sure that I love me the way I know God probably loved me. And, praying actually helped a lot. I said praying. I say that, like, really just talking to God, you find that love within yourself that He's putting into you. So
conversation.
Unconditional love is a tough one. Don't be faking love.
Yeah.
And we're chasing conditional love. We ain't gonna admit it, but most people are chasing conditional love.
I mean, how many times, like, when you think about somebody, like, but, or like, okay, they solid, but this thing, like, you got these little expectations and stuff. And that's what I think, too. I think about, like, the book Relationship Goals by Mike Todd, who we will be talking about later on this podcast. Don't you worry. But he talked about how the relationship should be representative of the relationship with God, like the relationship. So it's just trying to be unconditional of what you do with everything. So it's just so important, man. Just making the relationships here where you try your hardest to, then make
And
mistakes.
I just feel like when it's a unconditional love, like it's not even something that you think about. You know what I'm saying? It's not even like it's very obvious that like I love you. You know what I'm saying? Like by the actions that I would, for example, my younger sister, we aren't necessarily super like mushy, lovey-dovey or whatever, but people know that that's my sister and don't mess with it. You know what I'm saying? And if she calls me and asks me to do something, I might be annoyed or irritated, but 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. If she calls me with a problem, I will drop everything that I'm doing to go figure out how to help her or how to fix it. Yeah. And it's not even something that it's really something that I subconsciously even do. Yeah. Like I was thinking about it the other day. She called me about something, and the way she had brought it up, it sounded so dramatic. I'm like, and immediately my brain went to, oh my gosh, am I gonna have to get another job? Do I got to start doing this? Do it immediately to the point where I had to stop myself and like, why are you about to do all this extra? You don't even know what's really going on, but it's because I love her so much that it doesn't matter, you know. It's just I'm gonna step up to the plate to do whatever I gotta do to make sure that she's okay.
And I don't want to make this segment too long, so I'm gonna throw this in here. But it might make y'all want to say stuff too. It makes you like. Sometimes I gotta question what people's definition of love is, right? Because within true love comes accountability, comes saying the hard things. It ain't just that I love
I forgive you.
You feel like no, that's stupidity. Right. That's dumb.
Like, or to a fault.
To a fault, like that's dumb. Yeah. So like y'all mentioned loving yourselves. That doesn't mean that everything you do you love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you mentioned the sins, like in the mistakes and the lessons of that. You don't do something, but like, dang, I can't think of an example, but it's like, you make a mistake. You don't just tell yourself, oh, I still love you. I still, like, you say that, but you also say, okay, for me to love myself, I also need to put myself in a position to grow and self-reflect. So it's like, okay, I did this wrong, and I still love myself, but what can I do better? How can I be better? Kind of stuff. So I don't know. Like I said, people's definition of love is almost too lovey.
Yeah. Definitely. So, there's a pendulum, a fine line. So, depends on fine line.
That goes back to that love languages, though.
Yeah, true.
What are y'all's?
Languages?
Love languages.
If you can make me laugh, you feel me, be comfortable with my small, annoying tendencies, then that's my love.
What are the 5? Is
words of
affirmation,
words of affirmation, acts of service, physical touch, gifts. It's always one that I can't think
I cannot
of.
remember.
If I did it, I would have.
I like physical touch.
Yeah, physical touch
quality
is
time,
different.
quality
Quality time.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, quality
It's words of
time.
affirmation and quality time for me.
That's
why communication, it gotta be there.
Yeah.
Gotta be there.
I know my numero uno is physical touch. Like I know, like when I talk to people, when I laugh,
Yeah.
like just grabbing people, hug. I gotta know you right there.
I don't care if you've never met Namdi, he's going to hug you as soon as he meets you.
Yes.
He's gonna put the hand on your shoulder.
But you need that exchange of energy.
I think as an extrovert too, like you really gotta.
Yeah, I'm an extrovert. You gotta give some of that off.
Yeah. 2020. That's why 2020 was so terrible. Just staying in the house.
My gosh.
Loved it.
So you're not a physical touch person. Hey, girl, you know? But yeah, mine fluctuates between.
Every time I could in 2020, just so I can get out.
I was out the house more though. Like I was. So like when I got home, I was kind of seeing empty roads. I was kind of happy. It was kind of nice for a little bit. I miss people, I do. But as an introvert, I get my energy
from self.
I forgot what
you charge at home.
Yeah, I forgot what the illustration was. It was like introverts start with 5 coins. And by the end of the day, they're out of coins. Yeah, extroverts start with 0 coins. At the end of the day, they got 5.
Yeah. And see, I'm an ambivert, so I'm in between.
Ambivert, I never knew that word in my life.
Yeah. So, like, I naturally feel like I'm an introvert. but I know how to be social and like when
introvert.
But
now the word
the term is ambivert.
I think I'm an ambivert.
It's an ambivert. So, but I it depends on my mood. Like it's very like, and especially if I know I'm going into a social setting, I have to really amp myself up at home before I go out to make sure I have enough to give at the thing, whatever I'm going to. So I'm like, my love languages go between quality time and physical touch, because sometimes I might be in a more like, oh, let's, but sometimes I'll be like, just be in the room. Just the presence is just enough for me.
I feel that.
Okay. Well, since I know the exact terminology now, we're going to go with quality time, physical touch. And I'm going to keep it 100. I like gifts.
I knew you was going to say that.
Hey, move again.
I'm one of those. I'm going to put you in jewelry. I'm going to put you in shoes. If you need this and I can make it happen, I'm going to do that. I'm always a giver because my parents was givers. You feel me?
Yeah.
They gave us stuff when we asked for it. So that's naturally in me. My grandma, she's a giver to this day. So I've seen my family do that. So it's like, that's just one of them things.
I got a quick question. It's going to make us go long, but this will be last thing. Are men or women better gift givers in relationships?
Well, that's hard because honestly, like my first like real like long-term relationship, he was a way better gift giver than me.
Well,
way better. But it made me become like I had to become more thought, because for me, I always got I was about to say I always got money.
You do.
I'm comfortable. I've always been comfortable. So
that's what rich people say.
I'm not rich though.
Okay. Yeah, comfortable.
I want my dad instilled, the financial wisdom inside of me. So, but for me, it's like, I feel like I can I don't want to say buy your love, but I don't have time to think and guess about stuff. So I'd rather you just tell me and I'm going to go get it. You know what I'm saying? But that made me realize how thoughtful gifts don't even have to cost a lot for somebody to appreciate it. So now, like, my love languages and personally gifts, like, I don't really need to receive them, but I love to give them now.
I'm right there with you. It's an easy way to show. Them.
Yeah.
Easy way to show.
So it depends. It just depends on what type of person you're dealing with and what you like as gifts as a person. Because like you said, like, you could buy shoes, jewelry, and all that stuff, but I don't wear tennis shoes. I'm not into jewelry like that. So something like that wouldn't matter to me. Now, if you come talking about food and a trip, sign me up. Okay? Sign me up. But yeah, so it just depends on who you're dealing with and what you like as a person.
Yeah. I don't know if one's better than the other. I know some men who are really, really good at giving gifts. I know some women who are spectacular. So,
It depends. I consider myself a good gift giver, but I'd rather you just tell me what you want. Like, just tell me what you want, and I'm gonna go place the order.
Don't leave no
I'm gonna add a little extra on to it. I ain't just gonna get that. Like,
Yeah.
But let me know.
Just
in a sense,
let me know what you
I
want.
want this. All right, cool. I'm gonna get you this, but I'm gonna get you a little something else too on top of that, just to make sure I covered all my bases.
Y'all let us know in the comments who's a better gift giver. I'm just curious. I want to see what y'all think. So
Definitely.
But with that, we hungry, man. And
say your grace. Let's go to work.
We got some food for everybody today, so we about to get to lunch.
Right back.
All right, y'all. So as y'all see, we've been figuring everything out over here. Having a great time. We just eating. We got R&R wings. We got bourbon, lemon pepper, and garlic parmesan. And then we got some Lundo's lemonade. We had that last time with Murdoch. That was really good. But we got some mystery flavors. And we got some other ones. We even got some in the back that we didn't want to bring out because that's going home. Going back.
I was in there.
Yeah, no, you good. But we also, we got Moo over here, so we want him just to talk more about what he's doing. We were talking about crypto too and like NFTs, and he's gonna give us some more info on that. But just, talk about everything.
Man, being an entrepreneur is kind of just a little bit of everywhere. So I'm just speaking on everything I do.
Yeah.
Number one, I'm a DJ. Do a lot of tours, a lot of traveling right now. Artist Bold King, shout out to Bold. Got an album for to drop out soon, so make sure y'all on point with that. I just actually put my first EP out as well on Rapping Tip, so I'm actually releasing music now. I got a lot of stuff in the vault. I'm super excited about it.
Vault, that just stands for
For real, I got a lot of stuff in the vault, in the files. Just kind of looking forward to seeing what I do with this career. And then on top of that, investing. Number one, everybody should be investing in 2022. I know everybody hearing the roar, oh, Bitcoin isn't what everybody thought it was, and crypto is this, and crypto is that. Stop feeding into the nonsense. Crypto is here to stay. And it's literally being seen and proven every day with the way that our society is evolving with technology. You know, all of y'all seeing, I've mentioned NFTs. Digital art. That's where it's at. It ain't no more Picasso's going up on the wall. All your art is gonna be on your phone. What's so crazy? And I can't give it to you, but just know y'all gonna need a picture frame for them NFTs. So be on the lookout. Me and my boy Kobe got something coming soon. Shout out to my boy Kobe, Splurge Clothing. Got his own clothing line doing this thing. Gonna do a clothing line myself called Crypto Rich. Actually, gonna be MBLB, more Bitcoin, less bullets. So anybody who's gonna be looking to do some modeling and stuff in the future, be on the lookout for some stuff ordered and we're gonna drop it.
I think we got one.
I have to make sure I get y'all in some film for a show for sure. What else? Oh, my kennel. I can't forget about my kennel. Cannot forget about my kennel. Shout out to my dogs, my babies. Rari, El Chapo, Draco, Cleo, Pablo, Scotty.
No bullets.
What's so crazy? Draco's middle name was definitely Hollow.
That's wild.
But everything connected in some way.
Okay.
Shout out to PLK, though, probably and Kennel. We just bought our first pocket. We got Robo on the way. And 2 more dogs. Shout out to my boy Jared. Jai.mo23 on Instagram if y'all can go follow him. Got a lot of stuff on the way. My boy Gianni is into real estate, so if you're into some real estate, looking some buildings and into commercial. Got a venue in Muncie. Hopefully it's everything's gonna go for the best. I feel like this is a great, not even a great space right now where we're at with the venue. I'm trying to negotiate these last few contracts. Hopefully we should be opening up a lounge, 18 and up lounge, hookah. Saturdays we're gonna get a little wild with it.
Have you already started using it?
First event.
All right, no.
Hopefully February.
No, I know this. I know
First
this.
event
I know this. I was like, I'm fine now.
Alright, stay tuned. I can't speak too much on this, but February we should be unveiling the new venue.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, you know, just kind of networking and making my connections. But
Yeah.
back to the crypto though, because I know everybody want to hear the crypto. So, do not be scared of these dips, right? The rule of the game is buy low, sell high. That's what everybody needs to know. Buy low, sell high. If you don't know what that means you want to get into something when it's worth a penny, worth a quarter, worth 50 cents. You feel me? Eventually, it's gonna go touch $1. It might go touch $200, $300, $400, right? If you're getting in at these lower points, that's when you're gonna have the greater returns on your investment. A lot of people probably have been buying Bitcoin while it's been in the 40,000, the 50,000s. Was it smart? Those are higher ranges right now that the coin is in. It's all about doing your research and kind of opening up your mind too to another thing. Don't listen to everything and follow everything that you see online. Like, do your own research. DYOR. Do your own research. AKA Dior.
Okay.
Dior without the drip.
Ooh.
So
I almost said
you
something
always
out
want to
loud.
buy the dips though. You feel me? Like, I know a lot of coins that people ask me about because they see me posting about. I'm gonna give it to y'all. Crow and LeBron just sponsored Crow, so Crow is gonna go touch some money. Right now it's like 43 cents. I advise everybody to get in. Get in. Even if you go put $100 in there, you're gonna thank me in a year or two when that $100 worth a couple bands. And you're like, oh, I forgot about this. Because that's what I do with my crypto accounts. You know, like savings accounts. Savings accounts don't gain anything over a year term. So you might put $10,000 into a savings account and the bank has been holding your money for this entire year.
It's like a high yield savings account.
Exactly. You get like $10 for the whole year compared to if you go put, for instance, I'll give y'all one of my returns. Dogecoin, which everybody got in at those high points. I was in Doge when it was less than a penny. Had over like 10,000 shares of Doge. So when it skyrocketed, it was put $10,000. You feel me? I only had put like $100, $200 in there. So you want to
number
get in,
again?
buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. That's the rule of the game, right? It's all about taking things for what they are at that moment, but knowing what they're going to do in the future. The future is coming regardless. Y'all see it every day. Elon Musk is literally trying to show us in the most ways possible that the future is literally here now. A lot of people say we're looking forward to the future. The future's here. What's so crazy, speaking of Elon, I want everybody to go rewatch Iron Man 2. Elon is in Iron Man 2.
Okay.
Probably never even noticed this. Okay. Elon is in Iron Man 2, and he's going to have a quick conversation with Tony Stark, and I was just like, wow, this came out in 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. And I'm like, dude, if I would have known who Elon Musk was in 2010, I probably would have invested into Tesla. I probably would have been watching a little bit more closer. don't just consume the media. Pay attention to really what's being put out there. And they want us to be scared of crypto. And the reason why they want us to be scared of crypto more so is because it can be unregulated. The whole point of the government trying to regulate it is so they can keep track of everything. All of us familiar what they just did with Apple Pay, Cash App, Zelle. Over you give over $500, they want to start taxing that money. What are you trying to tax me for money for so much? Like, why do you want a percentage of everything I have?
Yeah.
Crypto is gonna change that because you get a ledger wallet, or smart crypto. You get a ledger wallet. It's like a little USB. You can store your crypto in there.
Okay.
So even though it's going up in value, you gain all that value. You just not being taxed for that money anymore. So it's a little shortcut. I just gave y'all a little knowledge. So do a ledger, get you an exchange, start sending your money over to your ledger. One of the best sites to hold, not sites, but one of the best apps to hold your crypto in, get a crypto wallet. Crypto.com. I love crypto.com. But MetaMask, those would be my top two for holding crypto. Crypto.com is like you ask me, it's the CEO of the crypto world right now. That's who just bought the Staples Center. That's who just partnered with LeBron. They partnered, and I want to say they own like 2 major soccer teams. So they're making a lot of boss moves that even Bitcoin didn't make, Ethereum didn't make. So I'm telling y'all to go grab the crypto coin. And on top of that, it's the crypto coin. There isn't a coin for crypto yet, but now there is. The Crow coin, the crypto coin. You get that. It's going to go do numbers. Tell me, thank me in the future. Send me a little tip in the future. Once your 100 turn into 10 bands, I'll take a 2% gain. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Whatever you want to give back just for the knowledge that you just got put on. Stocks, I'm not big into stocks, but obviously buy low, sell high, right? A lot of stuff is falling right now. Time to get in. Apple, Tesla, Amazon, they're here to stay.
Right.
So get in them. I got a few shares of Apple. I got a few shares of, not a few shares. I have a couple half shares of Amazon. Like I said, I'm not heavy into stocks. But get into them. Those three, I can tell you, are here to stay. They won't be going anywhere. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world now, or one of the richest men in the world now. So it's not going anywhere. And actually, Amazon is going to get into pharmaceuticals. A lot of people don't know that. And if you know about pharmaceuticals, you know it's a $1 billion industry. You become pretty wealthy holding and even learning how to trade stocks. Now, I want to speak on trading because I know everybody here Forex.
Yeah, about to say, let's talk about it because they owe me some money. 1, 2, everybody make fun of me every time I'm 2019. Like, hey, but remember when Nam used to do Forex? Oh, and Marquis. Oh, Marquis.
No, I never jumped off the cliff with it. I never jumped off the cliff. I didn't bring nobody into the fold. Okay.
I know you didn't.
I did it for my own personal research.
I did.
You know, I did it for my own personal research, and I quickly diverted.
Anytime I ask Marquis,
don't ever say I don't support, okay? Because I almost sold my soul for this man, okay?
I'm gonna be honest.
Sold my soul.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna touch it all.
I can't remember what it was Forex.
Forex is the foreign exchange market, right? It's its own market. It's just like the stock market, except it deals with currency. Any type of currency from different countries from around the world. That's going to be in the foreign exchange market. Crypto, the US dollar, the Mexican peso, the Japanese yen, the Great British pound. Those are different currencies. That's Forex. You're trading the values of those currencies as they go up and as they go down. Now, a lot of people hear Forex and they, you gotta recruit people and recruit. That's not Forex. That's called multi-level marketing. And I'm gonna put the company on blast because I don't got no ties to it. IM Academy is not where you wanna go learn how to trade Forex. Period, point blank.
Thanks.
Rope you into thinking you're gonna learn how to trade Forex. Why they're offering you these products, but the end goal at the end of the day is for you to be able to recruit more people and start this whole pyramid scheme.
Yeah,
call it
basically.
pyramid scheme. Now, people hear pyramid scheme and they relate to Forex, but also, a lot of y'all jobs is
don't start.
So,
please, look, because I'm about to go off on the tangent.
You got your CEO.
Don't worry. Let's talk about it.
You
Y'all
know,
are out here working jobs.
I'm gonna eat my wings.
I'm just gonna go.
Honestly, I hate to say it, but like most jobs, whether they're serious or not, shout out to Curtis Jackson. That's all I'm gonna say. There are a lot of people who are like at the bottom tier of the pyramid, right? Who are more valuable than the CEO, whoever's on top, because they're the ones who are making the work, putting in the work, right? Whether it comes down to a technology company, whether it comes down to healthcare system, whatever. Whoever's at the bottom who is doing the footwork, if one of I don't know how to explain it, but like
building the country.
If they're the ones who leave, the CEO not finna come to the bottom and do that work. So it's like, what he's saying is, just because you got a job, just because you got your pension, just because you got your retirement, doesn't mean that you're not still being taken advantage of. Doesn't mean that you can't still find financial freedom in other avenues. And the old heads hate hearing that. Hate it. They hate it. They hate my parents, my uncles, my aunts, my grandparents. They want us to be great. They just don't want us to get,
whatever they're. I also think like they want you to do things, but if you do things outside of what they.
Did you mention it?
No. Where's your plate? Where's your plate?
He ate it all.
Where's your plate? Continue. Go ahead. He lost his thought. Okay, he's like, this is my time. It's my opportunity.
But yeah, well, I don't even talk about that. I don't even remember what you're talking about.
I'll speak to the multi-level marketing just because I will say I am the queen of, I will try pretty much almost about anything just to see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Just to see what it's about. Because, I mean, I'm not going to say like, I'm an influencer or, I make a heavy impact or anything, but people ask me about stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so I never want to be the person to recommend someone to do something if I don't know someone who's done it or I haven't personally done it myself. And I tried a lot of things that in essence were multi-level marketing schemes. And so what I really had to tell myself was if you want to do something, you want to be a part of something, or especially if someone is coming to you, 9 times out of 10, if somebody's coming to you for something, even if it sounds too good to be true, most likely it's too good to be true. No one's ever gonna come to you for any big opportunity or something and then make you pay for it.
And they don't know you.
Yeah, they don't know you. They haven't seen no work from you. Like they don't know anything. They don't have anything to go off of about your personality, your work ethic, anything like that. And offer you, this big diamond opportunity, but then come and tell you, but we need you to pay 17 installments of $39.95.
Great Instagram post. Check your DM. I got you.
Like, imagine someone write your photo and say, "Hey, can you watch my kid?" What? I don't know you. Why are you giving something that's that valuable?
Because there's a lot of things, and not even just in like Forex, even just like I've noticed with like talent companies and stuff. All of a sudden, there's just a lot of different things to be on the lookout for. And specifically speaking to jobs or any type of institution that runs off of money, essentially, where they want you to make them money in some way, shape, or form. It's okay if that's where you are, because one of the big debates I'm always in is, people having 9-to-5s or becoming an entrepreneur. There is nothing wrong with having a 9-to-5. However, make it work for you, because at the end of the day, they are expecting you to make them money. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I don't talk about this a lot, but this is a prime example, right? We all went to Ball State. Ball State paid me to go to school, essentially. They paid me to go to school, but it was because, and I'm not saying this can work for everybody, but this is why I say too, like, there's a lot of information out here in the world, and there's a lot of people that will come and try and instill things to us. Some things you got to learn what to listen to, what not to listen to. But one thing I will say, shout out to my parents, like, they have never steered me wrong when it comes to a money move. Never in life have they steered me wrong. So in the state of Indiana, I think it's only in Indiana, we have 21st century scholars, right? Yeah, we hear about it in school. One, they're asking 14, 15, 16-year-olds to sign up for some program that could change the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? And I say that to say because my sister wasn't a 21st century scholar, because she was a naive 15-year-old kid signing paperwork she knows nothing about. So one, if it's any big type of paperwork, take it to your parents. That's number one. But I was a 21st century scholar, so that already allows me to have pretty much discounted to little to no tuition, essentially. So then we get to my last 2 years of college, where now I'm an RA, and my room and board is now covered along with my meals. So essentially, all my stuff is free. On top of, I'm still applying for scholarships, and applying for scholarships that don't just go to books or anything. I can spend this, it's coming to my bank account. I can spend it however I want to. And I'm getting paid for my RA job on top of that. So at this point, I'm now getting multiple stacks back every semester. The only thing I'm sad about from college.
I did college wrong.
But it's because one, a lot of us, like my parents didn't graduate from college, you know what I'm saying? So one, you don't know what you've never been exposed to, number one. Two, we're minority students, so nobody's coming and telling us all this stuff and how to get around and all these things. But two, the people that have learned it aren't going back and instilling it into the people that need it, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I say I don't really talk about it a lot. I always, any student that I know that's been going to college, I always tell them like first year, because I've always had a job since I was 13. But when I was a freshman, that was my first year not having a job. 13.
You been working like that?
I was working, you know, making some change now. But yeah, so like I always say, take that first year to not have, because you need to learn the lay of the land. You need to learn what's going on, and it's okay to party and have fun and stuff like that. But y'all even know it was a rare occasion when y'all saw me.
Oh yeah,
it was a rare occasion.
I can't even think about a time when I saw you.
I think
like out of.
I think we saw chariots.
No, I remember. I
saw chariots every time Marquis was out.
Stop it. But
hey, let me stop the music.
Y'all are so dramatic. But it was because I started to understand that now is the time that I had to lay the foundation of what I'm doing. I wasn't at a point where I didn't have no particular, I couldn't DJ, I couldn't do nails, I couldn't do hair, nothing like that to keep me some money on the side. So therefore, I'm making my money off of what I got up here, essentially at this point. So senior year, I was an RA, I had another job, I was doing 18 credit hours and still doing extracurriculars. But all that laid the foundation for me to be where I'm at right now. So
3.99999
I'm just always so dramatic. But I say all that to say that make every situation that you're in, especially if you're required to sacrifice so much of your time, make it work for you. And if you don't know how, ask, because honestly a lot of free money out here. And especially when you're going to jobs asking for money and negotiating like your salary, your wages and stuff. Yeah, they might tell you, first of all, never give anybody a number. Always ask them what their budget is first. And then you give them a number based off of that.
You know, I just seen it on Twitter today for the first time.
So what?
I just seen what she said on Twitter today. Like, you should always ask what the budget for that salary is. You never ask what the salary is.
Yeah.
What's y'all budget for this salary?
Literally.
Because they might get a budget of $90,000 and they'll tell you your salary is just $65,000. So they pocket it.
Or lower than that.
Are you serious?
Or lower than that.
Wow.
Yeah. I literally think, ooh, that is so good.
Close your mouth.
Yeah. I'm telling you, and you get so many jobs. You get so many. I'm about to start a new job, working from home, literally the same thing I do right now, just moving to a different company, and I'm getting paid $20,000 more from when I first started. And my if I would stay at this company, my raise would only be maybe 30 cents.
And you just got an extra 20 raise.
It's a great return on your investment.
Come on now. Come on, that's what I'm saying. So that's why I say all this to say, I'm sorry. I just get real passionate about this. But there's a lot of money. They might say, oh, we're tight over here, or like, no, they're getting funding. They're getting all types of just so much stuff out here that you really don't know about, and it's overwhelming to understand and to learn about, even things like stocks, cryptocurrency. Like, it's overwhelming for me. I know it's something that I need to do though, so in a sense, but there's money out here and you have to be wise with the money that you get, and then when you get it, you need to be wise on how you spend it. I know it's a lot of, like, our culture is all about glitz and glam and flash and all that stuff, but I could personally care less. I bought my first car when I was 15, 16 years old, cash. Stop. I'm on my third car now that I bought cash. And it's not nothing nice. It's not nothing the top of the line, but I own it.
Are you upgrading them, or are you?
Yeah, they're upgrading. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're upgrading. But my first one was just
on his 6 car.
Oh.
And no upgrade.
Oh no, it's crashing.
Yeah. No. My first car was kind of old, so the transmission went out. The second car I gave to my sister. She trashed that one. Okay. Now I'm on my third car. Okay. So yeah. So
but you bought them all.
I bought them all cash. So they're mine. They're my type. But it gives me the ability now, so that one, I don't have to worry about repairs and all this extra stuff to spend my money more wisely to do what I need to do.
Hogging it.
I was just.
How the other three way over here?
Hey, because I can't get reach to those
Who started
ones.
with this one?
Me.
Can I get the pink one? Let me get the orange one. Actually.
Yeah, because this is the one you originally had. I didn't get that one.
At the other end of the table.
Okay, them is all the way over there. I can't get to them.
Bro,
So I needed one to keep next to me.
No, you thirsty?
Ain't that one?
Which one? This
Oh,
one?
that one, yeah, that's the one I started.
You over here holding some hostage, bro? Can we be great?
I want to touch on something you said though. Everybody think it's hard to buy crypto.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
It's literally download the app. I'm nowhere near where Moo is.
It's so easy.
But it's literally download the app, connect your banking account, and pick which coin you want to buy.
Which coins you want to buy.
Now, some that make you go through all these other hoops. I'm gonna tell you, don't go for it. Because they're ones that are gonna make you more money, and they're much simpler to get.
And I'm not saying just to get in. I'm just saying like doing the actual research and learning it. Because when we were talking about like NFTs and stuff, and plus I have a small, like we said earlier, I'm old. I have a small hesitancy with a lot of things. So like you were saying with the NFTs and like digital art and stuff. One, I'm not even an art person like that. So when I hear it, I'm like, okay, what does that
You
mean?
know what's crazy? Most of these NFTs aren't even art. They're producing collections. They're producing like 10,000 Bored Ape. Everybody's rappers, all these rappers, are buying all of these Bored Ape. You know, celebrities are
or even like Odell, all them like
exactly. They buying these pictures and they're just a part of a collection at the end of the day. Now some of them have utilities and those utilities allow you to get like certain things. Some of them might have, a residual income for that month. You might make $100 holding this picture. You feel me? Some of them have exclusive invites. For instance, I have 2 racehorses that I can actually like race on online. Yeah.
What?
That's wild.
2 racehorses. I haven't won a race yet. My horse is.
So my question is, how is it? When is it like not become like a video game? You know what I'm saying? Like it's.
That's what I'm saying.
A video
Okay, that's
and
what I'm
that's
about to say.
what scares me.
Hold on,
That's
wait.
why I'm hesitant.
Let me show y'all what I posted.
I'm like, when it's a picture, what's keeping me from just screenshotting the picture?
And you know what it is?
And
It's
having
the
it.
address of that picture because everything is going to have its own specific address because it's online.
And I'm
It's
just
gonna
supposed to
have
value the other one because it's not a screenshot.
Exactly. You don't have no value in it.
Okay.
Oh, it's not up no
But if it's the same picture, why
Go
does
to
it
your
matter?
archive. Was on your story?
Yeah.
Go to your
archive.
archive. He said, oh,
Hey,
got
like,
put on.
you know, I'm like-
I didn't even know about it. What? He said, we up.
You talking about you?
It's a whole new world.
You gonna find so much stuff. Yes.
Alright, this is the video though I posted the other day. I want everybody to see this. Right. NFT. This is what they say the future is going to be.
Oh, there's no way.
Oh.
And see, that's scary to
Let
me.
me see.
So he's regularly walking with the glasses on.
So essentially, you about to be doing life just at home,
I don't want nothing to
looking
do
through a
with that.
lens.
I ain't gonna lie. Lord, go
That's
ahead and take
scary.
me.
Listen.
I'm gonna show y'all real quick.
You're the grandpa. 50 years from now, everybody want to do that. So just get ready.
No, I'm gonna adjust. I just don't want to. But I'm
Imagine
going
this
to.
being life. It's like
I don't like that at
I'm
all.
gonna hate
That's
to
like we
compare it to
became
this,
a
and it's
living
about to
we
sound
game.
bad. It's gonna be like living in a constant trip. If any of y'all have ever done them, I've never done them, and I don't condone them.
Right.
But from what I've seen on like movies and obviously people do it, that's what life is gonna be like. guys.
Homeroom
Like,
Podcast.
And that's-
we do not condone using acid or shrooms.
Or any illegal substances.
Okay, so
okay.
so marijuana is legal in Hong Kong.
Okay.
Okay.
The Homeroom Podcast
I
still
forget
does
you
not
are
condone
from-
any use of
from
drugs.
Chicago. Well, yeah, that's scary. That's the thing that's like scary to me.
Illicit drugs. We don't condone the use of anything that may get you locked.
But it's legal.
Not
The
like
Homeroom Podcast still does not.
But it's legal.
Don't go crazy, man.
Whatever you decide to do is not based on
Boy.
Homeroom
Yeah.
Podcast views. It's not based on our opinions or anything.
Yeah.
We're simply on here entertaining you and discussing
Simple.
life.
But yeah, that's what makes me like fearful because I'm like, I'm be going to work, but I just need to go put a pair of glasses on and be at work.
You're
Like,
gonna be at work. But the thing is, do y'all know like the end goal of right now what governments and what the hierarchy of, I hate to say it, but the top tier people at the top for real? Population.
The word is too populated.
It is. We're
The
genuinely
word is too
populated.
populated. It's too populated.
COVID's man-made. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
COVID's man-made.
Oh,
And-
for sure.
And to be honest
Some
with
population
you, to be
control.
honest with you, it's not doing what they thought it was gonna
And
do.
that's why they about to release something else.
Because COVID was definitely supposed to kill more people than it has.
And you want to know?
I forgot
it was
this
supposed-
man in the
This
National
conversation-
Guard.
Ah, damn.
Hey, I can tell, man.
Look, these opinions aren't expressed from the side. He can't say anything. We can't. So we're gonna leave him out of it.
They're not shit about the United States National Guard or any other
Exactly.
military
We
affiliate.
appreciate everything you guys do for us.
Thank you, sir. I think he
Not
took
the
the
hat.
dunce cap too.
I didn't beat on one that had it.
Y'all don't see this man struggling to get out of his room.
He's really trying his hardest. He is really trying. Did your pants get hooked?
Oh yeah, just,
And he got the zippers too.
Team,
Oh my god.
team blessed, though. Man.
That's funny.
No, for real, bro. And look, you gotta think, bro. You gotta. I see it every day, bro.
Can I connect it to something for everybody? Because I know most people watch the Avengers. Thanos. What did Thanos say?
Exactly.
He's literally said,
The movie.
You know, lunch has
Marvel?
ran past its course. Any other conversations?
Wings are destroyed. Limited.
Gone.
Oh yeah, this is
Tarnished.
a good lunch.
I'm gonna get the last sip of this one.
Yeah, we're gonna clean the table up. They're gonna talk about the rest of that off air. And,
Again, shout out to R&R Wings. Shout out R&R Extreme Wings.
Lundos, Limeade.
Limeade. Wait, Flame
Hit me up,
So, yeah.
Lindo, because
yeah, I got the
we're in partnership.
Yeah.
Okay, brand partnership.
Hey, empty.
So next we got, last but not least, we have detention. We'll see you in a second.
All right. So last subject of the day, we got detention. There's a lot of nominees.
I feel like you scooted next to me. Like I was about to be
Sorry.
in detention. Like, you about to roast me or
No,
something?
my bad. There were so many. We had to do 3, but before we do, I want to give an honorable mention to the lady who wants to be Drake's secondary mother.
Oh.
And my guy had to get the hot sauce right. So
He needed Tabasco sponsorship.
okay.
He's probably working on it right now.
He might release his own hot sauce brand. To
Honestly,
be
after
honest.
that, he's
Be
smart
like
enough to do it.
Meg did with Popeyes.
Man, there better be a good
Super.
Super Bowl commercial with that. For real.
Drake, if you see this and you decide to create a hot sauce brand, that was my idea. I just gave you that. I need something.
Screaming,
OBO
copyright this
chain,
episode.
Just get me together. Drake's hot sauce.
I'm
Yeah,
screaming.
but with that, we're gonna get to the first one, which we talked about one earlier. Pastor Mike Todd, who he had a little bit of he was trying to show some visual.
And this is where and do you hear and see the responses of the people?
What was he trying to? What was
So,
Yeah, give the backstory.
Give the
so
on
I don't remember exactly where, but essentially there was a blind man, right? Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Oh, in the Bible, not
Specifically Jesus.
Okay, I
Oh, you
thought
said
meant-
Jesus.
Jesus. Not
Okay.
Peter, not Judas, not James, not Paul,
Not Michael.
not Michael. Jesus.
Jesus. Okay.
Spit in the ground, spit in some dirt,
Mm.
turn in the mud, and rub the mud on the guy's eyes.
Yeah.
And the guy, and I'm being honest, I just watched the video of Michael doing it. I didn't watch the whole sermon, so I'm assuming that was the illustration. I'm assuming that's the.
Hopefully.
Because I don't know where else Jesus was spitting on nobody.
Yeah.
And even if Jesus didn't spit on anybody,
Right.
he spit in the dirt.
Yeah.
Turned the dirt into mud, which is a whole nother word that I'm not even gonna get into. That's a whole nother word.
Okay.
But spit in the mud, spit in the dirt, turn it into mud, rub that on the guy's eyes, he was able to see. Michael Todd went and
3
just-
times.
three or four times. Like it wasn't even spit. It was
It was
loogies.
loogies.
Oh my gosh. That's
Could have
so
played
nasty.
connected dots
To a
on
man
his face.
who can see. To a man who can
Who
see.
could already see, but I could tell he could walk because he was standing up. Like
Very able. Very
man,
able.
and respectfully, I'm
I might have
putting.
turned into Abel.
About to kill my brother.
God, I'm sorry, he has to go.
I'm putting him in detention too. Okay, it's not my time. The dude who let that he in detention too. Why are you standing there, bro? What are you doing?
You know your face is everywhere.
Listen, that's like, you know what? I'm gonna.
That's his legacy now. That's so sad. That's his legacy. You're the man Michael tried to spit on.
Like if I see you in person, I'm like, what's up, bro? Like that's what
That's childish. That's so childish. That's so childish.
I'm just like he's at fault for doing it. And the other dude, I'm like, you're a grown man. That was the one thing. If I ever got in trouble at school, or if I ever got into a fight at school, that was gonna be the one thing I knew I would not get in trouble at home. Dad, he spit on me. Okay, go back and fight him again. Yeah. Go fight him again. Like that's the one thing. I'm not getting in trouble if I put my hands on you because you spit on me. The most disrespectful thing a human can do to someone else.
I used that as an excuse one time just to get in the fight. You know what I mean? And he was just like yelling,
You felt like
he spit on me. You know what? I'm gonna take this 3 days with no problem.
Take this 3 days.
My dad immediately.
Right.
You know those technical fouls like in the NBA where like the one person really didn't do nothing, but like he gotta get taken into the situation.
Yeah.
That's how he is right now. He ain't do nothing, but he gotta be.
But you
let it? Yeah.
I'm just you gonna let Michael Todd do that to you? Exactly. I'm just saying.
Be no more.
Right. We're not me.
And it's like
now
the loogies, bro.
The loogies.
That's the charge.
That wasn't like no regular.
The charge.
Like little spit. You.
That came from it.
That came from your lungs.
Man.
That was like
Do you know how fast I would have COVID and have a lawsuit? Like I would so fast.
COVID. You doing
That's why I said COVID.
So fast.
During COVID, literally, we decided to do that.
Yeah.
And then his apology was lackluster.
Oh,
I saw it.
He apologized?
He did.
But in the apology, he said, I really want y'all to go back and watch the whole message. For what?
And see, this is where I was just talking to my mom about this the other day. Like, I come from a very, like, older generation, homegrown church. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of, like, these new, like, especially, like, millennial pastors, like, mega church type thing, it's very hard for me to get into. I don't mind it just because, in and of itself, like, I hope they're giving the word from the best intentions and they're reaching people who, you know, like, some people might have a problem going to a church like mine where the people are older. It's a little bit more judgy, but I grew up in it, so I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying? So they're reaching people and hopefully leading them to God. You know what I'm saying? For me, who I just come from a different background spiritually, it's harder for me to get into, and some of the gimmicks and the ploys that they use to communicate the message, it's just like, how far are you gonna go? And at this point, you're really straying away from the message you're trying to give at this point. So I feel like this was really pointing to that, of you trying to give a message that maybe you had the right intention, but your tactics have gone too far.
Okay, now, since we on that topic though, like how just kind of church has changed a little bit, and I've been wanting to ask about this. What's up with that 600,000 they found in Joel Osteen's church wall?
Let me talk about. First of all,
if I was that plumber, I'm sorry, Lord, but you just give me this blessing.
Okay, I've been like, thank you, Jesus.
My job is done.
Alright.
Never see me again.
Joe
gonna be like, and you can't report it because obviously you put it there for a reason.
Joel
So
Osteen
it's
not no
untaxed.
pastor. Joel Osteen is not no pastor. He ain't no man of God. The man is a motivational speaker.
Alright.
I'm sorry, he a false teacher. I'm gonna say that right here, right now. You right, false teacher, big fella.
Alright.
I don't rock with you. I don't rock with you. I don't
Look
get.
at
Is Joel Osteen in the garden?
I don't want him to get.
Cause what?
Listen, I don't even rock. I mean, I don't rock those, but like I just remember, you know, you got a legendary career. Okay.
Don't make me pull a video.
Yeah,
As a Christian, I'm gonna ask you this, right? If you're a believer in Christianity, you believe that there's one way to heaven. It's through Christ. Right?
Yeah.
Joel Osteen was on Oprah or somewhere. He basically was saying, I mean, no, I think you can get to heaven in any type of way. You're supposed to be a pastor. I'm not saying that Christian. I'm not saying everyone's gonna be
right. Like,
I'm not saying everyone's gonna be a Christian. I'm saying, like, there's other people who believe other things. Hey, I'm gonna respect that that's what you believe. But I'm gonna stand on what I believe in, just like I would expect you to stand on what you believe in, no matter how different it is. If that's what's in your heart, that's what you believe in, you stand 10 toes. And I think there have been too many times where we weren't supposed to talk about this.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Too many times. You good?
It's okay to safe space. We
It's
want to
been
answer
too
all
many-
questions.
No, yeah. It's been so many times like where people like him, like the Joel Osteen or other people, I'm not even finna name right now, before we get into it, have had the opportunity to straight up say, yo, this is my belief, this is Christianity, and go and do something like that to look good or to be accepted. I'm not on this earth to be accepted by nobody but God. And I'm gonna live that way. And you a pastor, you gonna get judged harder than me, than anybody, because you supposed to be leading this shit.
Okay. So John's cat for Joel Osteen. Okay.
So, but sorry,
Him and Michael both.
Michael.
Y'all go together.
Come on, Mike.
Is Michael going to heaven still? Do you guys?
Yes. I'm gonna go and say yes.
That was it.
He still believe in Jesus.
Okay.
He might.
Remember we said sins, mistakes, and lessons.
You learn from your sins.
Earlier we said sins, mistakes, and lessons, right? You got some people make mistakes, some people make bad decisions. That was a bad decision.
That was a terrible decision.
I think he's still going to.
Yeah, I think he earnestly has a true desire to like actually teach and preach the word. You know, because the clips that I have caught, like they do, I be like,
He be having some fire.
You know, I be like, okay. It's just again his delivery and all the staging and the lights and the theatrics, like that's distracting.
And you know his progression, he really got really hot.
He did.
So it's like, you know, when you get that fall off, he's trying to do whatever it is to get back up. So he said,
oh yeah, people back in church now.
So no one got to the COVID. I was watching them like, you know what I'm saying? Then he got the best-selling book. Like it was great.
And I feel that's the other thing. I'm sorry, this is a small tangent, but I was telling my mom, like, it's very hard when you deal with fame. You know what I'm saying? Because you had, like, there's a certain thing that gets you to that level of fame, but then you got to maintain it. And that's kind of like the boundary line that's very hard, because I feel like people begin to lose themselves as a person to cater to these people that are just looking for this one thing. But then what does that say about this group that you're only looking for this one thing and now you're not interested? You know what I'm saying? If you don't get this anymore, you're not interested. But I'm like, maybe that's just the cycle of how things go. But people want to keep that fame so bad. Again, like I said earlier, chasing that instant love, that instant gratification, you start to diminish yourself to keep that feeling over and over again.
All right, well,
but who else we got? Ooh, that was
sorry. That was
everybody. It lit a fire in everybody for different reasons.
It's been too much.
Especially when you are a person of faith, like you know, it's just that's a touchy subject.
I should have asked my granddad if he seen that video, because I know my granddad is the king of like judging pastors.
Oh, he would have went.
Thanks. So I'm actually gonna call him after this.
Send him this MC. I think the next one might get y'all riled up too. Lately, as of late, but it's always been a thing. But like, man, I feel like especially with podcasts, you know, we try not to be this, man, but just having these crazy expectations of what they want, like their woman to be, but men don't even come up to like 50% of what they're asking for. So like, for example, is like the Fit and Fresh. I think that's the channel. Those guys, I remember one of the guys, he was just having a whole banter about like women want this, and this, a six-figure, and like he would just complain like, what do you do? Like, why are you so mad? And you just acting like you're just this pessimistic lifestyle is making me mad. There's many of them, but go ahead.
He's making us look bad.
He's making us look bad.
He's
making us look bad.
That's like me. Y'all see me. Hey, I don't hide my gap. I love my gap. But that would be like me saying like I need someone with like perfect teeth or like veneers.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like as if like that was like me like saying.
Or you
I
want them to bring you lobsters to eat every day. Tight. Okay. I see what you got. You want some greens. You want
some money. You want all the money in the world.
I'm not gonna slide into that because I'm not gonna drive that train any further down than it was going.
That was so good because Namdi you was really rocking with what I was saying.
You did. But yeah, I mean,
but no, on some real stuff like they really unrealistic.
Unrealistic.
I don't want to say unrealistic expectations, but their expectations are standards that they won't meet themselves.
Yeah.
I won't even say that because I feel like you can. I see it from both. I think there are men wanting expectations of women that they can't meet, and I also think that there are women wanting expectations of men that they can't meet.
LeBron James.
And I'm just saying, don't eat me up in the comments, ladies, because I know how y'all like to tussle, okay? But I honestly, I think the voices that you are hearing on both ends is the wrong people speaking. You know what I'm saying? It's the wrong people speaking, the wrong people being heard. And I think that a lot of people aren't, and again, it goes back to what we were talking about self-love. Like, what are you doing for yourself? You know what I'm saying? What are you doing for yourself? And if you know who you are and what you're doing for yourself, what you bring to the table, you're not even going to be able to encounter this group of people that don't fit what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? If you keep encountering this group of people, like, and this is a conversation I've had with myself. I'm like, dang, you know, I'm a good person. I'm educated. I give back. I love the Lord. I love my parents. I take care of myself. I make me, you know, all these good things. But yeah, I keep ending up in this type of predicament with these type of guys. So what does that say? And I had to be honest with myself. If I'm not valuing myself, I'm not being honest. I'm not putting all of my expectations out to the forefront. So therefore, if I know that and realize that, I can avoid this, because I can't change what they're gonna do. All I can do is change who I encounter at this point on.
Now, you said something interesting to me, and I've been something about this topic now just kind of made me think about it again. Traditional love from, like, what we gonna say, like the 70s? Let's say the 70s, right? Our grandparents. Okay. My grandparents are still together. Both sets of families, both sides of my family. Also, rest in peace to my grandfather. He passed away, but they were still together before he passed away, right? I have a single mom, you know, but I have a dad. My dad's in my life, of course. But I didn't grow up in that married household. Now, it seems like now, though, and I think I read this somewhere, the rate of people being married and raising their kids has gone back up now.
Really?
Now, is it because of people setting these different expectations, as we calling it, or is it people going back to more so those traditional ways of how love was back then? And I don't got to touch on what it was. All of us know what love was like back then. But now, like, you know, what do y'all think? I'm interested to know in the comments.
Right.
What y'all think? Is it because people are changing, like we're saying more so men are giving out these bulletproof checklists that they need met, and women are doing the same, and they actually are finding somebody, or are people making it work through the struggle?
Do you know if it's younger couples?
Yeah, it's like our generation, like
I feel like it's gotta. I feel like we're too, like you said, we're in the future now, and I think a lot of us are too of that mindset to revert back, especially because we know how let's call it toxic and dangerous traditional love can be with certain, you know, with certain things that were allowed to happen in the household, outside the household. Again, we ain't finna get into the specifics of it, but like, I think I would hope at least that it's people raising that standard and saying, okay, I saw this and I don't want this, and so I'm either gonna wait and be willing to never get it, which I think back then marriage was so taboo. Right? You better get married, even if you don't get married. Well, today we're much more okay with saying, okay, I'll be single and never meet whoever I'm supposed to meet if these standards aren't met in a healthy way. So,
okay, that's great.
I got you. I saw it in your eyes.
You see my eyes? You was good though, but you was great. You was speaking. I heard you, buddy.
That's why I shouldn't have looked back. I'm like, if I want to keep talking, I'm gonna just keep looking at I be feeling Nambi's heartbeat on my chest, on my shoulder.
This is not what we discussed.
He's feeling this heartbeat.
Trying to get to the next subject.
Okay, third one.
Y'all be like, man, I got a question. No, y'all don't. No, you don't.
You want to shut us down?
No. This one ain't gonna last. This next one gonna be long.
We hope, you know. You ain't gonna talk about it.
So this last one, we
is
got
it the one I talking about?
No. This goes back to, because we haven't talked about sports a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
My parlay's been getting a little messed up.
Okay, and if
don't even talk about a parlay right now.
Hey, the Bulls, I'm just gonna say, the Bulls last night, y'all did me wrong, man.
Folded.
Can y'all feel my energy right now?
Folded.
Can y'all feel my energy?
Like I feel a lot of stress.
Go ahead, no.
No. I feel you. I love the Bulls. But, as you know, in the NBA, for All-Star Game, fans get to vote for the starters of the NBA Finals. You already know this. So I need the state of Canada And
The who of Canada?
Oh shoot.
Put
The
the
country.
hell. Put the hell.
The state of Canada. The state of Canada, everybody.
I wish y'all could see our cameraman. So look, now I'm just gonna go in there.
Collect himself. Go get a map.
Now there were all-stars we know: LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Stephen Curry,
The regulars at this point.
Andrew Wiggins is a starter. No, it's not okay.
Who are we comparing him to right now?
This is all I'm saying.
And where is he starting at?
He's starting Golden State.
Okay.
Did you even know that?
Yeah, I knew he played for Golden State. Yeah.
Did you know he was starting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was gonna say, because if you didn't, that would have proved my point even
No,
more.
I always take his 15 points in the parlay, so that's why I know he starts.
My thing is, if you're an all-star, I should be, if we're going to talk from that standpoint, I should be able to take him for 20, maybe 25 points.
Okay.
The point is, yes, he's playing well. We're actually, let's say who we're putting in detention. We're putting the NBA fan base, and especially those who support Canada's players, and the Golden State Warriors.
And listen, this same Golden State Warriors.
He's from Canada.
This same Golden State. Hold on, you didn't know Canada had a team, Toronto?
With Toronto.
Well, I mean,
Oh yeah.
He meant like,
I thought y'all meant like they go into the Canadian basketball league.
No.
I was like,
I was saying.
oh, they switched it up. 2022 is real.
But you know they do that faithfully because remember they almost got Zaza Pachulia. Remember Golden State when
he was so close to being a starting team.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Like, yes, you get to vote, but let's be logical here. He's not a starter.
Devin Booker hasn't got in yet.
Lillard hasn't got in yet.
Lillard was hurt. Lillard was hurt. He ain't played this year though.
Okay,
he been hurt.
Still, I'm hurt Lillard.
Luka's starting, I think.
Luka's not starting. No, he's not.
What?
Luka's not
He's not starting.
Are you sure?
I'm not. Listen, the stars is Steph, Ja.
Absolutely.
LeBron.
Ja absolutely deserves that.
My
Is
boy's
AD starting?
Huh?
Is AD starting?
Hell no.
I was gonna say he should because he should.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
always. And then.
I ain't cursed all episode. You just made me mad.
Hey,
AD just made me mad. Thinking of him.
who's the other starter?
Jokic.
Jokic. So literally.
Alright, say it one more time.
So Jokic, Bron, Wiggins, Ja, Steph. That's the West.
Yeah, who could have gone there?
that.
Who could have gone there?
I like that.
Who could have gone there?
I mean, you can put Luka in there. You can put who did I vote for? Who I had at first.
I would have put
really
Luka before.
Absolutely, 100%.
I would have put Luka before.
Triple-double
I
machine.
put DeAndre Ayton.
Aiden has been
Aiden's
playing
been
well.
balling better than him, especially when he got hurt, so then that's what happened. But then the East should really got both Zach LaVine and DeRozan. But I'm not gonna get on that tangent right now, so it's.
But yeah,
Oh, they both starting?
No,
only DeRozan. Zach
started.
LaVine should be starting, but he got
But
Trae Young.
LaVine got kind of hurt too.
Yeah, he ain't played for
He hadn't played for a few games. Maybe
Okay,
that's
but
why.
what's the Hawks rank?
Who?
The Hawks are like they're not even like in the playoffs.
On the East?
On the East, like they're not doing well.
I mean,
The
but
Bulls?
here
The
comes
Bulls
that
is
age.
number one?
No. The East,
No,
that's what I'm saying.
talking about the Hawks.
The Hawks are not.
But that's the
good.
age-old discussion. Do you vote on the All-Star based on his team performance or how he's playing?
Well, he's
Nah, he's
performing. He's doing
playing.
both to me. So.
Nah, you gotta take how they play because the game. You want to see a great scoring.
It's like
Don't nobody want to see 100 to 101 for the All-Star game. You trying to see 197.
150 type
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when
200,
Kevin
so-
Love would never be voted in because he was on the
But
Timberwolves. But he was still.
Oh yeah.
But he was still give me 30 rebounds, 30
Like,
points.
I mean, even like a Tim Duncan, like even though he was a star, it's just like his game is not.
Yeah.
But and you know what? This has been a great.
Hold on. I got
Okay,
one more
go
time.
ahead.
Can we please address the elephant in the
Oh!
black community? Why do we keep letting these Norwegian Paul brothers knock us out on camera, embarrass us in the
Bro,
room,
what are you
and
going to
then
do? You want to do the show from
talk
there?
Right, he
about
was-
us like we not nothing, and we just going for it. Why? They're not boxers. These not real athletes. These are social media and YouTube influencers and stars. Y'all are. Who was the last person that Jake Paul knocked out? The UFC dude.
Yes, I don't.
I've
remember
seen
his
this
name.
dude. I watched his fights before.
He
Just
works
so
people.
he works people.
Yeah.
You just let this rookie tear your head off, bro. Now, Uncle Floyd, I understand. We had our conversations. I know why you slept him, but you woke him back up on your shoulder. And y'all gonna rewatch the fight Floyd put that boy to sleep.
Oh, okay.
He like when he fell on him, he was asleep. He had to, hey, bro.
Hey, bro, wake up.
We got some more money to get. Wake up a little bit.
We got some more money to get.
Wake up a little bit. But Nate Robinson, what were you doing?
Yeah.
This other dude, what were you doing? I need y'all want to know who if Jake Paul, you want to prove to me you're a real fighter, that you got the hands for real. I need you to go ahead and get in the ring. And he just got knocked out. I need you to go see Deontay Wilder.
Oh.
Show me you really got some skill. Okay. And fight somebody your size almost. He a little bigger than you. Fight somebody almost your size.
Yeah.
And let's see what you really got. Or, and I don't know if y'all follow him, but Muhammad Ali grandson, he's nice.
Nice with it.
He's nice with it. Now he might not do it just because he's probably like this. That's worth his life. But show you got some skill for real. Don't call no celebrity. Call me out. I'll take $3 million. I'm gonna beat this. I fight dirty. We ain't just boxing. We on TV. I'm gonna win. I don't care what the ref say. I don't care what the ref say. He can stop it all he wants. He get knocked out too. Cause we ain't run all these people at this point. But come on. Okay. Can't get in the ring. Keep losing. That's all I'm saying. Cannot get in the room to these.
Yeah, just leave it like that.
Yep, right
People.
Well, y'all, we've had a wonderful episode. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us.
We appreciate you coming through.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
y'all.
you.
For real.
Let me know if y'all want me on some more, man. I love you. This is great.
Yeah, man. We
Wonderful
appreciate
conversation.
it.
Always a good time on Homeroom
Great
Podcast.
food.
Great food.
Man, so
One
much
of those
good
just got a new
food.
customer. All right, now I've been rocking with y'all, but y'all just got to put me on the bourbon.
The bourbon
The
sauce.
bourbon. That was different. I ain't had to eat it. That was different.
Real bourbon in it, for real.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
But y'all,
Shout out to Curtis, too.
yeah, we love y'all. Again, thank y'all for rocking with us. Isaiah, Cameraman, man behind the magic, thank you.
Sir.
Anything else you got to say before we out of here?
Just really shout out to everybody I love. Shout out to my lady, I love you. Shout out to my mom. All my guys and business partners, man. I appreciate everybody who's been rocking with me since. A lot of y'all seen my growth, man. It's been a long time coming right now. And I'm in a state right now where the top is a lot nearer than what I thought it would be. And so I'm trying to get there. Bringing anybody who's ready to come along with me, putting everybody on information. Feel free to reach out to me on Instagram. I lost Snapchat. My number, I'm not going to get it out.
Why'd you lose it?
They was hating. They wasn't getting a portion of my business sales, so you know it is what it is. I was marketing too much on there for them. But yeah, shout out to my whole team, man. I love everybody who's been rocking with me from the get-go. My family, my dogs, my babies, all my guys, man. Gianni, Jai, Jalen, Jordan, everybody. Tom, Terrence, that's my cameraman, my photographer, Mal, Corey, Fink, all y'all, bro. Y'all know Josh out the game. Just appreciate it all the love.
Love to see you.
Thank y'all for having me on here too.
Yeah,
Thank
bro,
you for
appreciate it,
coming.
bro. I hope y'all all have a great February, great
Yes.
month of love. You know,
Happy Valentine's Day. Happy
Yeah.
Black History Month.
Everything.
Shout out to our ancestors. Okay.
We are their wildest
We
dreams.
are their
No,
wildest
really,
dreams.
really.
Yes. And accept
That's
that
a
we
whole
are the
fucking
history of the
also.
future right now. So make your moves, okay? Make
Right,
all
bro.
your moves.
My crow.
So from the Homeroom Podcast to the back of class.
Yo, it's your boy Mufasa. Thanks for tuning into the Homeroom. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment, and stay tuned for what's next to come. You don't want to miss it.